saying you can eat it from, and it's 3 days to 3, you know, or leave it for 3 weeks or whatever you want.
That might have been smooth, it might not. I'm just going to throw my gloves down because it's easier for me to hold it like that. Good morning. What date is it? 16th? Yeah. It is the 16th of December. It's quite cold. We are here, as you've just seen, at Mother's Cat surprise view car park thing, because we're going for another walk out of our little green book, and if we can take some photos along the way, we're going to. So, did you say good morning yet?
Morning.
He's ignorant bleeder. I said good morning. I started. He just stood there thinking that his good looks will carry him through. But we don't know. That's not true. So our route today is going to take us from Surprise View car park around, what's this more called, Bleaklow?
Bleaklow, yeah.
Yeah, around Bleaklow, up towards Higger Tor, Carl Wark, and then back over the road to, get a bit closer because we're getting a bit of a gap, over the road and down to, oh, what's that?
It's going to take us nearly to
what's that thing down there?
Oh,
I'll put it on like I did last time. There. And I'll do the text thing later on the computer. Oh, it's going to do me head in now. I'm going to come back on and tell you what it is when I remember. Padley Gorge.
Padley Gorge, yeah.
Down Padley Gorge and then back up the hill that's over the road here. It's starting to snow, so I think it's about time we made a start. We'll catch you in a bit. Say goodbye, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I've got a great shot here.
We are on, what's it called, this? Bleaklow.
Bleaklow.
We are on the Bleaklow path, and if I just spin round a little, away over there in the distance, we're waiting for some sun to come because we think that might make quite a nice panorama if we can get some sun on it. So here's my little setup. I've got the 70D with the 55 to 250mm lens on. I'm at f8, ISO 100, and if I just have a look, I'll tell you what shutter speed. It's an 80th of a second the shutter speed at the moment on that. And I want to do a panorama, but I want the sun to come through the clouds and give us some light and dark, because that looks awesome. So we're waiting for that to come, and then we're going to go further along the walk to get to Higger Tor, which is, oh, let me turn around again, is that thing over there. We're going to try and get to that.
So I'm after a completely different shot to you, I think.
Wait a minute, say that again.
I'm after a completely different shot to you, I think.
Are you?
So
well, that's good.
I quite like, the sun is coming over on those hills, but I quite like the cloud.
I'm falling.
So what, after I refocus again.
Yep.
So at the minute I've got 2-stop filter, polarizer, f11, ISO 100, and what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get some moody clouds into my image, a la on the screen.
Well, no, look, listen, come to me now, without falling off. What we're going to do is, I'm going to put my image, if I get one on now, and while we're talking, it doesn't matter what we do now, because they're looking at a photo. And so you can have a look at that one, and then we'll put Steve's on now, and now you can have a look at what Steve's just been talking about regarding moody clouds and everything. Okay, so we'll put the images on for you to have a look at. Now you should be back to us. We're going to pack up now, maybe have a quick cuppa.
Yeah.
And then saunter on a little bit further along the path to get to Higger Tor. See you then.
See you in a bit.
Right, here we are, we're on top of Higger Tor, and I'm doing a 360 slowly so you can see the landscape behind me and get hold of Steve. This is where we're going to do our depth of field exercise. So behind me you can see all the views we've got and the type of skies we've got. Over here, let me walk over here and show you Albert. Albert is a snowman that somebody's built, and we're going to use that as our point of focus. Did it focus? It said touch screen. Touch the screen. There you go. It's got Albert. Now touch the screen. Back on me. And what we're going to do, we're going to shoot to experiment with the different effects different lenses have on depth of field. So we're going to shoot with the 18 to 55 kit lens that I think is 3.5 to 5.6. We're going to shoot them all wide open. Well, perhaps not the 50mm, because he's also got the 50mm Plastic Fantastic 1.8, the Mark II, and he's got the Sigma 70 to 300. What's it say on that, the 70 to 300, what its f stops are? It'll say on it somewhere, pal.
4 to 5.6.
4 to 5.6, and that one is going to be wide open, but I think we need to start with the 18 to 35, and we're going to look at the differences between what it makes having a different focal length, having them wide open and having them closer or farther away from the thing that we're taking photos of, and we'll put them up with some text to tell you which images are which, so you can see the different effects, different focal lengths and proximity to the focus point, and the F number has on having a narrow depth of field. That's what we're playing at up here. That's what we're experimenting with up here. We have found a little man cave thing. There's Steve in the background having his coffee look, where we've come to have a cup of coffee and a little bit of respite because it's now snowing. But we're now heading over there to visit Carl Wark, which I found out yesterday is some kind of ancient fortification. So we're going to have a look, see if we can see any evidence of that. And then we're on over the road to Padley Gorge, and then back to Surprise View, and then to a cafe for a butty and a cup of tea. But we've done the depth of view experiment, and it looked like it came out quite well. But I'm going to put those images on now with a description of what lens it was, what aperture, etc., and all that down one side of it, and you can see for yourself the effect that depth of field, the effect that the focal length and aperture and proximity to subject for focus has on shallow depth of field. They are coming now. The noise you can hear is probably coming from that little waterfall thing there, because we are now approaching Padley Gorge. We're off Burbage. I called it Bleaklow earlier, it weren't Bleaklow. Burbage. We've come off of Burbage. Steve has just taken a photograph of that. Where is he? There he is in the background, and he's now changing his battery. Oh, we're getting some people coming up the path and all. So we're now heading down this path that those lovely people are coming up, so that we can get into Padley Gorge and have a walk down there for more waterfall-y type shots. And the temperature's picked up a bit and all, which is always useful. So that's where we're going now, Padley Gorge. Goodbye. Well, I don't know what happened here. The camera just went black. Anyway, we'll cut that back in. But I don't remember where it went off. So we'll pick it up with shutter speed of a 40th
or a 50th.
Or a 50th. And zoomed right in on the droplets. And it's, I think, a beautiful photograph. But I wanted to include it because it's a cracking little photo, and one that many people have just walked past and not noticed.
Yeah.
So that's the one, and here it comes.
Now.
So we're approaching Surprise View car park. just watching where I'm treading because there's some rocks. We've taken the time out to do a selfie, and we're going to get in the car and go and have a bite to eat. This is the Peak District. Have a look at that in background. We've had a smashing morning's walk in some fantastic countryside. It's been a bit nippy, but none the worse for that. So, hope you've enjoyed watching this. All the images and everything we've took. Oh, I wanted to say an update on the diabetes and all that kind of stuff is that I think I put a little bit of weight back on because, but I've not checked, I'm not weighed myself, because I am day 3 into week 9 of not smoking. But if you'd have said you might put a few pounds back on, but you'll stop smoking when I started, I'd have took it. So we're going to get back into the losing a bit of weight and getting back down to the target weight again. I reckon I put 5 or 6, 7 pounds back on.
You don't
no, but I know my shirts are a bit snugger. But 2 months, over 2 months not smoking, that's got to be a bonus. So yeah, that's it for this week. We are close to Christmas, so the next one will be the Christmas video blog. When we do that, he might be dressed up for it, but I won't. See you later.